Good morning. Welcome to the morning meditation. I'm Cathie Robertson, and this morning I'm going to talk to you about patience. Kind of continue what Reverend Edith started on Sunday. She used a quote which struck me at the beginning, and I found a few more things that I really can resonate with, because patience isn't always my strongest suit. I can be patient in many things, but other things I'm not very patient. So what she said really got to me. And we're going through something right now, all of us together. We are a cohort of people, whether we're from our church or whether you're just dropping in on this, but we're a cohort of people who are experiencing COVID together. Not the disease itself, but the conditions that it has caused in our society to be socially distanced, to wear masks, and not to go up and hug people or not to see people. In my case, I can't see my grandkids. It's really, really hard. I can't hug them. I can't do any of that. I can't just walk up and hug my own kids or any of my friends or my neighbors. It's a time, and it's been very difficult for, I think, many of us. And it's not just a little short period of time, and we know how long it's going to last. We're in limbo. We're in a longer period of time, and we have no idea. So we need something that maybe we have lost track of, and that may be patience. So I want to read you one of the things that Reverend Edith said on Sunday. Change brings crisis, to be sure, but crisis brings an open door for uncalculated growth. Change brings crisis for sure, but crisis brings an open door for uncalculated growth. One of the things that I've kind of carried in my head over many years and many circumstances since I first read it, probably in my 30s, was a quote from Richard Bach, who wrote the book Illusions. And in writing that book, he kind of showed us something that maybe we hadn't thought of. And actually, it's kind of an ancient Chinese proverb. The other symbol for crisis is the other symbol for challenge is crisis, but it's also accomplishment. So what Richard Bach said was, every problem has a gift in its hand. And I think for me, one of the gifts may be to learn to be more patient. So we have a resident poet in our church. His name is Michael Sefchik, or Sefchik. I just know him as Michael. He is our treasurer on the board, but often when we're doing Zoom meetings on Sunday, he pulls out one of his beautiful poems. And he did this last Sunday when we were talking on the Zoom fellowship. And this poem is called Patience. And I think you can all relate to this. Frustration fills my mind. Anger seeks to dominate my soul. Devotion exerts a calming hold. Trust anchors me. Faith guides me. Man's ignorance and greed feeds my frustration. Eden despoiled fans the flame of my rage. Commitment grows, strengthening my devotion. Standing upon trust in life's resilience. Faithfully I follow the path before me. Patience calms my frustration, banking the fire of my anger. Patience strengthens my devotion and finds its foundation in faith and trust. This is from his book, Let Me Offer You a Rainbow, and you can get it on Amazon. When he is writing poetry, he uses the pen name Michael Thomas. So he's got some wonderful poetry. But another thing that Reverend Edith said the other day was, spiritual growth requires patience. It asks me to slow down and savor each moment in time, understanding the willingness aids my inner growth. I have thought for a long time. In fact, I talked to Reverend Blair about this. Something was percolating. Something was gonna happen. Something was gonna change, and I didn't really know what it was. Well, we've had some change in the church. Reverend Blair retired, and we hired Reverend Edith, but we had a year of being in limbo, and it wasn't easy, but we got through it, and I think we got stronger for it. And we were patient. But something just felt like it was going to change. Well, we got it. Like Reverend Gretchen says, maybe we got it as a cosmic 2x4, this COVID-19 situation that we're all in. But sometimes when we get a cosmic 2x4, it's time for us to stop and look around and see what we should do. And in this case, we need to be patient. So patience doesn't mean passivity or resignation. Patience is power. Patience is a very powerful thing. It's an emotionally freeing practice of waiting, watching, and knowing when to act. It's a form of compassion, and it helps get us back to our intuition. And it's a way to emotionally center ourselves in a world of frustration and not knowing what's going on. So what I would like you to do this morning with me is to close your eyes. I'm going to turn on some music, and I would like you to breathe in and breathe out. Go within. Breathe in God and breathe out all that is not of God. Breathe in patience and breathe out everything that makes you impatient. Let's do that 3 or 4 times. Now, let's go within and practice that patience. Just breathing in and out. And think about those things that may be angering you or frustrating you or making you sad. And think about how you could go about being patient. Just think about patience in all things. Okay, let's come back into the now moment. Breathe in and out slowly. Breathing in the patience. Breathing out. Breathing in the patience. Breathing out. Open your eyes and come back to the now moment. That meditation was a little longer than usual because I felt I needed to practice the patience. God never gives us anything we can't handle. And every problem really does have a gift in its hand. And I think for many of us, one of the gifts that we are given right now at this time is the ability to learn to be patient and to know, in not knowing what's going on or when it's going to end or what's going to happen, that we can learn and trust that everything is in divine order. And so I want you to go out today and practice your patience. And I have an affirmation for you to share with you. Patient helps me grow in spiritual awareness. Patience helps me grow in spiritual awareness. Patience helps me grow in spiritual awareness. Use that throughout the day if you find yourself being impatient. And I'm going to give you a good tool for your patience on Saturday. I'm taking Reverend Edith's place on Saturday because she's going to be on vacation, and I'm going to follow up this patience with a tool of love. So I will see you Saturday to finish this off, to help you become more patient with love. Have a wonderful day.